because this week on Twitter has been unbearable. Comment below and tell us what do you think's worth it for Bellingham. Unacceptable that it's been well over 100 days. Right, everybody, welcome back to a new season of new videos now. Me and Stephen, we were desperate for a break come the back end of the season. It's been a catastrophic fuck-up from December, so we were desperate for that season to end. And from the vlog, the last one, Sheffield Wednesday, we decided, right, nice break. I'm on sooner than Stephen because Stephen's just had an operation on his shoulder for the second time. Yes, the second time. Wish him well in the comments and anyway, and hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of days or so. Right, now then, before we get on with the rest of the video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand new. There's a few things I'm going to be talking about. The price tag that's been put on Joe Bellingham, apparently. The fact that we still haven't got a manager and we're 103 or 4 days since the sacking of Michael Bale. And also there's been some messages left around the Stadium of Light. Yes, and we'll be talking about that in this video. Right, first things first, I want to talk about the fact that we still haven't announced a manager and we're well over 100 days since the sacking of Michael Bale. Now, I've seen a few people on social media say, aye, but we knew Dodds was going to have it till the end of the season. No, that doesn't wash with me. You've had 100 and odd days to get a manager and make him your #1 target, and that's that. And if not, have a contingency plan in case that it doesn't end up happening. Now, that looks like the case for Will Still. It looks like he was looking for places in Sunderland to stay. And Sunderland showed interest. Norwich have had talks with him. And Lens have had talks. So when we thought we were going to hear the announcement of Will Still, Lens starts sniffing around him, and it looks like he made a turn for them. Now, reports coming out today from French media outlets is that Lens is still looking for a manager. Now, does that mean Will Still's going to make a second U-turn? Does that mean Sunderland's going to use all the budget for Will Still to make him the head coach? Who knows? It's only rumours and speculation that we're talking about at the minute. But for me, it's been unacceptable that it's been well over 100 days. They didn't have a plan B unless the plan B would have been announced. I know we were in talks with Renier March at December time, but obviously Vincent Kompany has took a shine to him and he wants him to be his #2. Apparently, that's what we're hearing. And this is why I'm starting to get like Steve. Until I see that scarf, then I'm not bothered, because this week on Twitter has been unbearable, on X, whatever you want to call it. It's been unbearable. This one gets announced, that one's getting announced, this one's linked, that one's linked. It's just been an absolute joke the past week. I've seen no like it, to be honest. But like I said, at the club, it's been unacceptable that we're still waiting for a manager to be announced. Now, in my luck, me doing this video, tomorrow there'll be one getting announced and I'll just look like a tatty. But no, it's still unacceptable, 100 odd days. But now, obviously, with the reports this morning that Lens is still looking for a manager, are Sunderland now going to break the necks to try and get him? Gone in with an improved offer from whatever they offered. If he hasn't signed it, obviously it wasn't good enough for him if he's going to be starting at other clubs. Or is he just keeping his options open? Now then, according to The Guardian, take that as a pinch of salt, by the way, The Guardian have come out and said Sunderland have put a price tag of £20 million on Job Bellingham. Now, I know a lot of subscribers who watch these videos will be saying, I'll drive him there for 20 million. Personally, I'd accept 20 million. I think that's well worth it. But I didn't get the stick he gets as well. You've got to bear in mind, if Job was an 18-year-old centre-half who's 6'3" and he scored 7 goals in his opening season in the Championship for a new club, yous would be quite happy. Yous would. Now, he scored 7 goals when he's been played out of position. If somebody offered 15 plus add-ons or maybe even 12 plus add-ons, I think that would be decent for him at this moment in time in his development. Comment below and tell us, what do you think's worth it for Bellingham? Listen, for me still, we need a review. We need an end of the season review to get some answers, because like I said previously, there's not a lot of noise coming out of the club. There's no communication from them. It's like silent wall at the minute. I do understand there's a very busy period for the club looking for a manager, but they've had 100 days looking at certain players who they want to get in the summer window. Now then, the signs what were outside the stadium of speaking out. I do understand where fans are coming from. And the thing is, Speakman might have rod for his arm back when he said, we want the automatics. Never mind the top 6. He wanted the automatics. That was his words, remember? So he might have rod for his arm back. And then from December onwards, it's been an absolute living nightmare to watch. And 3 weeks longer, we would have been relegated. That's my honest opinion. If the season was any longer, we would have went down because we couldn't. Yeah, the football was shocking. Dodds didn't know what he was doing. He was dropping players who were performing, and then he was starting players who needed dropping. It was crazy what was going on with that club. And it's just like as if the club went, right, Dodds till the end of the season. We've got enough points on the board now, and we'll just crack on next season. So for me, they've got a big credit in the bank, meaning where we were to where we are now. They've brought in some really good, exciting players as well. But for me, in the summer, they've got to bring in experience. 100% experience proven players in the Championship. If we want to get the top 6, that's what needs to happen because they were always talk about the obsession with progressing. We went backwards, drastically went backwards. So things need to change with the current model. I know you will give a stick for saying that, but it's just what it is. Tweak it massively. Bring in experience, proven players, and a centre forward who's going to get you goals. I know a centre forward goal scorer is hard to come by, but you've got to pay a fee. And that's another thing, budget-wise, you've got to change the budget. It's all well and good giving Speakman stick constantly. You've got to understand he's working off what KLD says with a budget. It's not just Speakman. KLD gets away with blue murder. So for me, things have got to change drastically if we want the top 6. Now, we all understand and know there's an exciting, good team now. We've seen it. We've seen the lads perform. Now, if you put the blend of experience in there, they will, start to spark again. And I'm looking forward to the season because, for me, it's Speakman's last chance. That's it. It's his last chance. The window is his last chance, for me, personally. And you've got to look at what budget he gets as well because we can't just expect all the blame to be put on Speakman. Also, the money that we got for Ross Stewart as well for going up. We've got an extra 2 million, I think. So that could be put into the budget. Will it? Who knows? Got the giveaways coming soon as well. I've got the away shirt we're going to give away for 10k. It's last season's, the anonymous one. That'll be gone in the next couple of videos. There's a few other shirts. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. See you in the next video.